All right, what's up, guys? If you don't know, my name is Ryan. I am the co-owner of Jay's Stays, and I'm going live. I'm going to try to do this every day, where I will find one of the worst Airbnbs I can find, at least how Airbnb is ranking them. Meaning, I'll go to the last page or towards the back end of searches in any city. I'm just going to pick a random city. If you guys have one you want me to look at, feel free to suggest. Happy to look at any. They're all the same. Every single city has good Airbnbs and bad. But if you don't know me, we've done over 6,000 stays. We've designed hundreds of Airbnbs, over $10 million in Airbnb alone. And we're really good at this. We're essentially just really good at making Airbnbs awesome. And if you do so, people will pay a lot for that stay. So focus on the guest experience, focus on the booking experience, and I'll look at a little bit of everything, the booking experience and the guest experience online here. So today I'm just thinking about, I helped a client recently in Branson, Missouri. All right, so I'll scroll down here and choose the last one. Yeah, it looks like the 15th page here. So there's lots of reasons that listings get put towards the back end. It could be bad reviews, it could be a bad booking experience, availability, minimum days. We'll start with this one. This one looks a little outdated, so I worry it's a little bit of low-hanging fruit. It's a condo, actually. I don't want to work on a condo today. This one looks sweet, so let's try to figure out why it's towards the back. All right, and as always, if this is your listing, feel free to reach out to us. We'll give you a free strategy call. I'm happy to help you. I don't want it to feel like any kind of bash session, but our goal here is that we are kind, not nice, meaning that we want to be honest and helpful and not just beat around the bush because it might hurt someone's feelings. There's a lot of money to be made in Airbnb, but there's a lot of people not making it. So let's take a look here. Title, description. Okay. Let's see, booking. Okay, 2 night minimum. I can tell you off the bat, they're probably pushed towards the back actually because they have no availability. Which I will also tell, looks like Adam here. Adam, if you see this, you are losing so much money. People will look at this calendar and get super excited, think they're killing it, that they have an awesome place, which you do in the sense that people are booking it. But I don't know what you're doing for pricing, but this is way too high occupancy, especially this far out. I don't care when it's busy season or not. You're already above 70% for most months. And 70% is the sweet spot. You don't want more occupancy than that. Look at the numbers. You can do the math. If you get 80%, 90%, which is crazy, all you're doing is having to lower your rate to get that. If you raise your rate and get 70%, you make the same amount of money as that 90%, that 80%. But all you did was just make more per night. And so you had less guests, less wear and tear, less issues, less people bothering you too. So like, why if I could have one guest for the whole year, I would. So way too much occupancy. I mean, unless this is like, he's personally taking it up for family or anything like that, this is way too much. Way, way, way too much. November is too full. So any good pricing software is going to tell you that you have way too much occupancy throughout. Um, so let's look at some general days here. So I don't know if he has, it's hard to even tell pricing wise because 98 in August. I can't match up days here very well. You let people book for one night. Good for you. Maybe that's because it's a gap here. You're allowing it, but I guess it's a Wednesday. Still, 6 bedroom house, one night. I push people to be pretty risky, but I think you might be asking for trouble accepting that booking, making that $1,000. I don't know if it'll be worth it, but um, yeah, I can't even check if they're using pricing software. I see they have some discounts in here. Like it's Adam, you're lowering the price. Please stop. Please stop lowering the price. Oh my God. All right. First things first, jack up your rates dramatically. You must be new too. So maybe this is your first year doing it. And hey, hopefully you made a lot of money. Good news is there's a lot more money to be made. You just, that just comes with experience. All right. Good reviews overall. Not a terrible title. What I would do is lose some of the exclamation points, and I would have some kind of descriptor to start, meaning luxurious or luxurious, oasis, cozy, anything like that. I always say the same thing, something like that to start with, just a descriptor. And we'll hop on the space real quick. I'm not going to obviously read through the whole thing, but what I want to see here. So you see this, and I'm not reading all this. I'm not going to, if I'm a guest, I'm looking to book the place. This just looks like a whole novel. What you want to do is honestly, you can just copy this into whatever AI you use and ask it to turn it into bullet points and add some emojis. It's going to be more appealing on the eyes and get more people to read your information. That may or may not lead to more bookings, but what it's going to lead to is less questions and possibly more bookings too, because they'll see some stuff maybe they didn't see in the photos. So yeah, it needs to, the whole thing should look more like this area right here. We use little arrows instead of the dashes. They just look a little bit better, but either way, bullet points, bullet points, bullet points. So let's get into the photos. So I always say this, I don't categorize mine. I don't like doing that because, oh, I see this pool. No, I can't find it, right? Airbnb makes you feel like you have to do that. I just don't care for it. So I like to be able to click on a photo and get right to it. Now I'm lost and I have to look at each segmented area. So, all right, let me start looking at photos. So this looks like a new home or a recent remodel, which looks good. 3 coffee pots is intense. So, no, man, I won't talk about that yet. All right, let's keep going. I've helped people actually in this community. I've seen this pool and pickleball courts before. All right, so they have all the amenities. They got an outdoor fire pit. They have a shuffleboard game, pool table, hot tub, string lights, like grill. They're hitting on a lot of levels, which is going to make the place attractive for sure. They have a lot of amenities going. They took pretty good photos too overall. Um, I am not sure if they're professional. They look pretty good if they're not, though. But design wise, well, it's a couple photos that they need to add. If you're going to have a coffee station, show what's included. Do you offer coffee? And if you don't, you really should. But do you offer coffee, sugar, creamer? Ideally, at least those three. If you want to do more than that, go crazy. But at least those three are necessary. I don't know showing 3 mix match coffee makers too is selling, luxury either, but I think it's nice because it does sleep quite a few. You can show you have plenty of coffee to be made. I hate when people just have a Keurig for anywhere that sleeps over 6, really. But things that are missing are like soaps and shampoos. So like dish soap here should be on the counter. A fresh sponge should be shown. Ideally, individually wrapped sponge should be shown. Open up all the, let's get to the kitchen photos. Oh, you don't even have kitchen. So if you're going to organize them, organize them. It doesn't even have the kitchen organized here, but so in the kitchen, you want to open up all the cabinets, cupboards, drawers, show the cooking utensils, pots and pans, forks, knives, spoons, spatulas, anything I can use to make a meal. Especially me, I have little kids. I'm definitely going to be cooking quick meals at home. So you need to show those things so I know what kind of meal I can make. And then in the bathrooms as well, show they probably rush to take these photos, but there's no hand soap here. And there's one here. There's no soaps and or shampoos or body wash, conditioner. You have 3 up here, which do not do this, please, guys. What you want to do is just buy the $6 bottles on Amazon that just say soap or say shampoo, conditioner, body wash. They can either hang on the side or you can put them right here, but it just looks cleaner. You want to give that boutique hotel feel. One thing I will give them an A+ for is let's turn it to a B+, but white linens throughout, which we want. These bunk beds should be white linens too, though. You want to add color? I don't mind. Blanket at the bottom like that, blanket here. But yeah, so. And there's no kit items. I don't see a pack and play. I don't see a high chair. Even if you do offer it, a lot of people will come back to me and say, well, I do have those things. It's like, well, great. They're not in the photos. People aren't going to believe you. You need to have them in the photos. Okay, so overall design, though. Where to start? So this, like I said, this place is either a remodel or a brand new build. And so it's a lot of white, which I think it's a great base to start from. The thing that they're missing, though, is more contrast. They need a couple areas. They at least have curtains on all the windows, but they are grommet curtains, which are the bane of my existence. What you want to do is get the ones that either hang from there or that it'll run through. The grommet, they look cheaper, and they're really not that much cheaper than the nice ones. But B, they don't close all the way. So for blackout, when someone's going to bed, you have these like little triangles being made by the grommets. So for guest experience as well, they don't close all the way. Also, guys, if you're hanging curtains, good little idea is hang them as high as you can. Always make sure that they touch the floor. They should at least graze the floor or drag, not above the floor. But he definitely had another foot or so up he could have gone, and go a little bit wider too than the window as well. These curtains should have 2. One over here, one over here. This should go a little wider, a little taller. It's going to make the windows feel bigger. This room also needs a rug. So rugs and curtains are a great way to add uh, just that luxurious feel. People like it as well. No one wants to walk from a hardwood into their bed or get out of bed right to a cold, hard floor. Um, yeah, so that's going to be kind of the same throughout. The other thing too is wallpaper would do really well behind all these beds. Same thing with every other bedroom. I'm not in love with all these bed frames either, but it's cabin vibe kind of thing. You can get away with it. A rug would make it feel a lot more put together, and some kind of wallpaper on the back wall just to add that contrast, and really sell that this is a dedicated short-term rental. Same thing with curtains here. Grommet, get rid of those, hang them higher, hang them wider, uh, and they'll look better. All these fans are new, but they're not my favorite either. Same thing, curtains, rug. Man, I don't really like these beds at all. But if we're not replacing the beds, some wallpaper, rug, change the curtains a little bit. You're going to get a lot more out of that. It's just going to feel so much more dynamic. Same thing. And let's get to same thing in the bathrooms. They could use a lot of color. It's a lot of white. Again, wallpaper can fix a lot of that. You can paint too. Wallpaper just looks better, looks more expensive. And it is more expensive too. Good shot of the pool table. I like this shot. Good shot of the hot tub, on, bubbles going. I don't feel like there's enough shots of the game space. And I really would have liked the string lights kind of hanging and going crisscross. Just like 2 more strands, really. You're talking $80 difference. And it's just going to add so much more light out here too, but also just look a little bit more engaging. Like this photo would look so much cooler with so much more lights right here. Yeah, there's not really a lot of, and then I assume it's like a little loft space maybe for the pool, and can't think of what this game is called all of a sudden, but shuffleboard, geez. But I can't really get a lay of the land there a little bit. Again, game space, we want it to feel a little bit more lively. There should be more color. It's just, guys, you want to make the photo interesting on people's eyeballs is really the thing. And so the more contrast and vividness you can have in your photo, the more interest people are going to have naturally. Change your phone to black and white and you'll use it 50% less. So this is a lot of black and white right here, basically. It's brown and white, essentially. So a lot of essential grayscale. We just need color. Rug can go a long way. Again, something on the ceiling, something on the walls. There should be some kind of art up here too. Something that screams, this is meant for fun. Same thing, show soaps, show dryer sheets. We don't do anything name brand in our places. This doesn't look as nice as, a jar with all the cheap, Kirkland Tide Pods in them. It's going to look a lot nicer. And community stuff can't really change. So overall, they did a really good job. I mean, the remodel or the build is really good. The amenities are all good choices. They probably didn't even go cheap with their furniture. It looks like expensive furniture. I just don't love their choices for the beds, really. Let's see if I can see the living room a little bit. The living room's fine. Again, it's kind of muted. A lot of the same color going on. It's fine. But again, grommet curtains, just want to burn them. So, yeah. Good news is ton to improve on. It's a great foundation. They aren't, we're not talking a huge endeavor for most of it. Most of the expensive items are already purchased. So it's not a gigantic change. It's just so much black and white though, in a lot of these places. Like it looks very sterile, right? It looks very hospital like. Even in the kids' room, just plain, very, very plain. So showing some kid stuff too. Like I said, even like ideally some kid toys or like a little table for kids that they can color on, something like that. But yeah, so little recap. Add a descriptor, adjective in the beginning. Just jump your prices up. Turn your description into bullet points, and then a lot of just curtain rugs and some more pictures as well. Soap, shampoos, kit items, all those things. Like I said, the good news is there's room to go up. So hopefully you're making a ton of money right now, but you're probably missing, just in the small things, the kit items, all those things. That can be a 15 to 20% jump. They really matter. So just showcasing the space a little bit better. If you could get rid of some of the sterile feel and the big bulky furniture throughout and make it feel a little bit more expensive, you're talking another 30% jump that's available as well. Design can give you some of the biggest bumps besides something like a pool. So hopefully this is helpful. Like I said, whoever owns this place, if you see this, get a hold of us. If anyone watching this wants us to look at their place as well, feel free to reach out to us, jaystays.com, or you can find us on Instagram as well, @jaystays. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.